Hey guys, it is Friday, August 27, 2025, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. Alright guys, we got a pretty long video. Hopefully it won't be too long, but let's jump right into it. The free VST plugins for today are as follows. So first up here, we have Modo Bass 2 from IK Multimedia. And also from IK Multimedia, we have Modo Drums. And the last plugin for today will be from Wave Alchemy, and it's called Magic 7. It is a reverb plugin. So let's jump to the download page of these plugins real quickly. So this is what the download page looks like. And you see right there, it says it is free. Click download. Most likely you got to put an email in. So this reverb is an emulation of the Bricasti famous M7 reverb. So this comes with a bunch of presets and a bunch of different reverb types. So they have 11 reverb types here. We have ambient, we have chambers, we have hall 1, hall 2, nonlinear, we have plate 1, plate 2, rooms 1, rooms 2, spaces 1, and spaces 2. It says here that there are 234 presets. I'm not sure about that, but we will look at it in a minute in the DAW. So let's look at the Modo Drums download page. So IK Multimedia, these guys been around for a while, pretty popular. I put them right up there with Native Instruments as far as plugins, quality, popularity, longevity in the game. So they have Modo Drums here. This is a paid plugin, but they have a free version, a free offering. So if you scroll down here, you'll see the different tiers, and they have the free one here. You're gonna have to install their plugin installer, set up an account, all that good stuff. And they have the free version, and then they have 2 more tiers here. So the free version only gives you access to 1 kit, but there's a lot of tweakabilities and a lot of function in there, so it is good enough. So similarly, they have Modo Bass, and this is version 2. So just like the last one, it is kind of like a rompler where they have high quality, well-intentioned, well-placed samples loaded in to give you that emulation that you want. So live drum emulation, and this is live bass emulation. So with this one, for the free version, they give you access to 1 bass, and that's the very popular 60s P bass. So a lot of articulation options to give you that live bass vibe and sound, string vibration, hammer-ons, pickup noises, all the typical things you will need for your bass emulation. So let's jump over to the DAW, guys, and look at the arrangement for today. So on Wednesday, when I live streamed last, this is where we were. I wrote a song to this and started recording, I think, later on that night. But this is what we had for Wednesday. All right, you guys get the point. So that was Wednesday. So now we have it more fleshed out. I recorded tons of vocals and all that stuff. Of course, that stuff is not here, but we have the majority of the arrangement here. Drums, bass, all that. So this arrangement is more of a live vibe as far as with the instrumentation choices. So live drums, different types of guitars, electric, acoustic, electric, ambient. There's a guitar solo, and yeah, live bass. So we're using the emulations to achieve the live sound. Let me be more specific. So here it is. This is what it sounds like now.
Bam, 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 the influence. 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 Bam, 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 the influence.
All right, so you guys get the point. Let's look at the drums.
Bam, 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 the influence.
So let's loop this section. Play it along with the bass. Let's do that. All right, so the cool thing about this is you're getting a pretty high-end version of a drum emulation plugin. So just about all the features you would need in something like this is here. All right. All right. Resize this. Interface is resizable. So they have a bunch of kits here. They're all locked. You only have access to the studio kit, but they have other kits here. If you're interested, you can go ahead purchase a la carte based on what you need. But over here we have the model screen, customize, where you can go in and you can switch snares if you have purchased other kits, so you can mismatch the kit parts. And based on whatever you click on, that will be editable. Then they have some extra stuff here with play styles, sticks, all that good stuff. I think you could probably mess around with the tom skins and the snare skins and just little intricate tweakable things. If you're a drummer, you'll be more into this. If you're just tracking, you might not really care about this. And then there are room options. So the type of room that you are recording in, which is gonna change the ambience of the room tone. So definitely your overheads and just some of the bleed of the mic is gonna be different depending on the room and the room size that you choose to use as your quote unquote recording room. So they're giving you a lot more options with ambience and your spatial, the spatial aspect of the plugin. So very intuitive, very intricate. So over here we have the mixer tab. And I don't know if you guys seen this properly. Let's go back here. They have all these room options here for your room tab. And you can click here and there's even more options. So be aware of that. So the mixer option, you get a full-on mixer. And what I really appreciated about this today was after I was done doing the drums and I needed to start multi-tracking because I have to mix this track and get it fully mixed for tomorrow. So I had to start multi-tracking the drums. This, you can route it out to the mixer in your DAW to process it that way, and or to bust out and run out some stems for further mixing in your DAW. So when you click right at the bottom of each track, it has options, and it has one option that says DAW. And then once you go there, it's pretty intuitive what you need to send out based on the routing in my DAW. So it was pretty simple to get everything routed out to my DAW's mixer to get it in a more multi-tracked form in my DAW to do what I need to do stem-wise. So I really appreciated that. They have an area here with grooves, and then they have mapping options. So you can mess with the mapping and some velocity curve options. So a lot of tweakability, a lot of details for a free drum rompler drum emulation plugin. So definitely check that out. So now with the bass, similar thing, going for that live vibe. So you get the 160p bass. There's a bunch of other basses here. Even they have uprights. So you can add more to it if you want. You can pay and add more basses. But otherwise, you have a lot of options here. The models, then you have playstyle, finger, pick, slap. You have triggers for this stuff also. So there are keyboard triggers down here that you can activate from your MIDI keyboard or your piano roll. So you have all of those options. And there are more things to tweak here with incidental things, and you can set the probability on how often it happens. Then there's the catch noises and switch noises. You can turn up the volume based on how noisy you want the bass to be for a more realistic style. Cool thing about this is you can actually switch it from a 6-string. It starts out as a 4-string, so you can go 4-string, 5-string, 6-string. I thought they would have limited to only 4-string for the free version, but you were able to switch it, which was cool. And it's gonna, really extend your tone if you understand what's going on when you add 5 strings or 6-string. More options here with the strings. They have string age, all that good stuff. So very customizable once again, like the last plugin from IK Multimedia. Then you have electronics option, so the bridge, the neck, pickup stuff, so the circuitry for the pickup. Once again, a lot of detail. Then you have the amp studio situation with the amp miking and the amp room and all that good stuff. And just tweaking the tone of the amp, gain, bass, mid, treble. And then they have an EQ over here, a graphical EQ. Then you have pattern stuff here, if you want to mess with that. And then more detailed controls with the MIDI CC assignment and all that good stuff. So once again, very detailed, very feature rich. So definitely check that out. I didn't mess around with it too much, just messed with the tone and the finger playing style just to get the right tone that I wanted out of it. And then just went ahead and laid down the notes. It worked for the track. So last up, we're gonna look at this reverb here, Magic 7. So I have a guitar solo right here. We're gonna listen to that really quickly. And I added the Magic reverb to it to help spice up the guitar solo. Here's what that sounds like. So, like they said, it's supposed to have a lot of presets. I don't want to mess around with it because I don't want to mess up my presets. But they have presets here, and I guess what brings the preset number count up is you have the types. So like we read earlier, the ambience, chamber, hall 1, hall 2, and then it's gonna cause the presets to react differently. So very fully featured. We have in and out controls. We have pre-delay. Then there's a low and a high, which pretty much acts like filters, high pass, low pass. Then there's an ensemble, which is gonna just add some kind of modulation along with certain harmonics and fundamental parts of the frequency aspect of the reverb. Mix knob is here, and one thing that I always appreciate is ducking on my reverb or my delay module. So this has ducking already built in. There's no routing or anything needed. It's just all ready to go. You dial in the ducking, and then you dial in the smoothness, which is gonna basically dictate the attack and release time of the ducking mechanism. So I like the interface, pretty straightforward, pretty clean, not too much to distract you, and it sounds good. So what I needed from it, I was able to get pretty quickly while I was flowing and just being creative with my sound choices and how I wanted the reverb to sound. With the solo, I was able to achieve that. So pretty cool reverb. Magic 7 from Wave Alchemy. Definitely check that out. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Definitely check the link in the description. It will take you to the blog page where you can click on the respective link and check out those plugins for yourself. Pretty good plugins, pretty good offerings. So that's pretty much it. Check out the link in the description also for my video series on PC specs and how it relates to music production. If you're looking to understand how your DAW works along with the internal parts of your computer, how that powers your DAW, the series will help you understand that. So if you're having issues with your system where you're having audio dropouts, your audio is stuttering, you're not getting smooth performance on your playback, getting crackling, clicks, popping, your program is very unstable, it's freezing, it's crashing. That series will kind of help you understand what may be causing that problem and what you may need to do to fix it. I'm looking to update that series at the end of this year, so also stay tuned for that. The last time I did it was the end of 2020 going into 2021. Technology has advanced since then, so I need to update the series with some of the new information about PC specs and how it relates to music production. There's also a link in the description for a growing playlist for these videos that I do multiple times a week. These live stream videos presenting you guys with free VST plugins, 100% free. So if you're looking for more free VST plugins, definitely check out that growing playlist. There's over 400 videos there if you're looking for more free VST plugins. Lastly, there is a link in the description for another growing playlist for a video series that I started this year titled 52 Weeks of Reaper, where every week for 52 weeks, I will be releasing a new video focusing on a key feature in Reaper. Those videos release every Saturday. So tomorrow I'll be dropping week 34. So definitely check those out. If you're looking to see what makes Reaper so amazing, definitely check that out. If you're interested in checking out another DAW, or you might be looking to switch, it might be worth a watch. Watch some of those videos to see the key features that makes Reaper so amazing, so flexible, and so feature rich. So definitely check out that link. All right, guys, I'm done with the live streams for the week. Check back next week. More free VST plugins, 100% free. A totally new arrangement. For the month, I've been making sure that I write a new song every week. Start on Sunday. That's what you guys been hearing in the week. And the song has to be completed by Saturday. Fully arranged, mixed, mastered. So I got to get back to mixing and mastering that song. Vocals and everything are recorded. So I'm going to get back to that. And you guys will see me next week. As always, in the next video. All right, guys. Have a good one.